Mr. Speaker, I rise today to speak about two very honorable lives, Paul Besaw and Lahiri Garcia, who were both taken from us far too soon by the criminal acts of one who was illegally in our country. A death of our innocent neighbors, it is especially devastating when it could have been prevented had our immigration laws been upheld and had they been working. Paul and Lahiri were paramedics in my community, dedicated to saving lives, but on January 1st, a man illegally driving drunk collided with their ambulance and killed both of them. Paul left behind his loving wife, Dawn, and his 6-year-old daughter, Allison, that you see here behind me. When I spoke with Paul's widow, she rightfully said that if our country wasn't too afraid or inept to enforce its immigration law, her husband would still be with her today, and she is absolutely right. Lahiri's wife, Julie Garcia, she told me how hard it was for her 4 children to not have their father this Father's Day. She expected to grow old with her husband, but because this man wasn't sent home the first 3 times he was pulled over, she will no longer have that opportunity. Both wives, both mothers expressed to me sincere disbelief. They don't understand why this was allowed to happen, and for the life of me, I can't understand why it's allowed either. The bottom line is that this should never happen to anyone. Sanctuary cities are a violation of the rule of law. They're absolutely unacceptable. They cannot be tolerated. We must enforce this rule of law. It is, in fact, the right of every American to be protected by this government. It is not the right of anybody to spend one day, one moment in our country illegally or without invitation. Today, Congress is addressing this epidemic. Our bills, they crack down on dangerous sanctuary policies that put these kind of innocent lives at risk. So let us ensure that unlawful immigrants convicted of crimes are in fact detained and are in fact deported. Mr. Speaker, let's pass these bills. More importantly, let us be convicted that what happened to Paul and what happened to Lahiri is never allowed to happen again. Thank you, and I yield back.